of that?
Second,
Okay.
yep.
So it was a resolution in support of the MOU. Okay, roll call.
Councilmember DeBleek.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Christensen.
Aye.
Amon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That passes.
Item 5 was the Highway 12 Corridor Vision Plan. Staff briefly reviewed the process used in the course of soliciting input and generating recommendations for the Highway 12 Corridor Vision Plan, which we heard tonight from Short and Elliott and MnDOT, and that was for information only. Old business, there was no old business. And item 7, new business, HRA Small Cities Development Grant Program. Joe Bankston, HRA Director, was present to ask the city to submit a request to Minnesota DEED to extend the 2012 Small Cities Development Program into 2015 and to set a public hearing to include the Highland Apartments in the Small Cities Development Program target area. Results of the Small Cities Development Program rehab efforts were reviewed and discussed. Approximately $13,000 was unspent in Wilmer and will be returned to Minnesota DEED. Following discussion, a motion was made and seconded and passed that the city submit the request to Minnesota DEED to extend the 2012 Small Cities Development Program into 2015 and to set a public hearing to consider expanding the current Small Cities Development Program target area. And I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to extend the Minnesota DEED 2012 Small Cities Development Grant into 2015 and set a public hearing. Do we have a date for that public hearing?
January 20th.
So that should be part of this motion.
Yep. I verified that with the HRA late this afternoon.
Okay, so January 20th.
Is that the right date?
Yes.
Technically correct because you're going to have to amend it from the 19th somewhere around the line here, so we'll go with it.
Further discussion? Did you say that didn't need to be changed to a resolution, did you?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Calling for hearing.
Aye.
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 Opposed? That passes.
There be no further business. We adjourned at 5:35. And if there's no questions, I move to file the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to file the community development minutes. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Okay. Consideration of a lease with the Wilmer Trap Club for the shooting range. Kevin, is that you?
I'm going to defer that to Sean Christensen.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Kevin, Mayor Pro Tem, and members of the council. The Wilmer Trap Club has approached the city to renew their lease. That is, for those that are not familiar, in the area out by the wastewater treatment facility, the new wastewater treatment facility, I'm sorry. And so the agenda item, of course, is the lease agreement. It'd be a 20-year lease agreement. Recommended action would be to approve the lease with the Wilmer Trap Club for the use of the trap shooting range. A little background summary. The previous lease held by the Trap Club originated on June 1st, 1994, and expired October 31st of this year, 2014. Lease drafted by the city attorney and staff with the Wilmer Trap Club allows the use of approximately 20 acres of land located in Section 23 of St. John's Township. Uses a trap range for the fee of $100 per year. The new lease will be effective until October 31st of 2034. As I said, it was a 20-year lease, stating a $100 per year rent charge and specifying the Wilmer Trap Club is responsible for all mowing, garbage removal, range improvements, range management, insurance coverage, and lead reclamation and removal activities. The Wilmer Trap Club board approved the lease at the end of November. Alternatives, of course, would be to not renew the lease with the Wilmer Trap Club, and there are no financial considerations at this time.
Move to approve, Mr. Mayor.
Second.
Pro Tem.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agreement with the Wilmer Trap Club for the shooting range. Discussion?
Just a question, just a point of clarification. Who follows up to make sure that, I know in the conversations regarding the auditorium, there were comments made about the trap range and the lead out there. Do we follow up with that that's actually taking place, that there isn't a problem out there?
Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Nelson, that's correct. We'll, in the lease, they will provide us with results or with, open dialogue, basically, that tells us what they've been doing, and then we follow up. Obviously, we have employees out there at the wastewater treatment facility, so I don't think anything funny will be happening out there. I think things I think they're wanting to make the place better and use it for a good long time.
Is that like an annual process or something?
Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Nelson, yes and no. It's annual, obviously, the upkeep and the maintenance of it, and, that's continuous. The lead remediation and reclamation that we're talking about is, in most cases, if you look it up, is on a per shot basis, and so it may be annual, it may be every 5 years when that amount of lead has been shot that they need to take a look at things. They can do soil testing and things of that nature to see if lead needs to be reclaimed at that time.
Thank you.
Councilmember Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. This is also where the high school teams shoot, correct?
That's correct.
And when you say they have to take care of all maintenance out there, that means the buildings too, whatever?
That's correct. Painting, shingles, in fact, I think there are some shingles that are in need of repair. I talked to the Trap Club themselves, and they said there's some painting that they want to get done and some other things. So,
does the Trap Club include the high school teams, or is that they're not part of the Trap Club?
Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Christensen, my understanding is it's a separate organization. The Trap Club holds the lease, and then they might have an agreement with the high school team. I don't know exactly that relationship, but that's my understanding.
Okay, I understand it's really a growing sport in
Yes.
all high schools around here. Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember DeBleek.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. You say they're going to have on file a range management plan, and along with that, do they have a range operational plan as far as how the range is operated? Who do they have on for firearm safety? What kind of safety directives do they have? Those issues, is that plan on file with the city?
And Councilmember DeBleek, I don't know if it's on file at the city. They do have that. We've seen that, and it's part of the reclamation, part of the lease that they do have that available.
Okay. Should that be part of this agreement as well?
I think we could add that into the verbiage, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? That passes. Consideration of new premise permit for Wilmer Elks Lodge number 952. Kevin.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, we have before you a premise permit that needs to be approved by the council and submitted to the Gambling Control Board for the Elks to continue their gambling activities at their new location, which is legally at 222 Southeast 20th Street, also known as the Windstream building that they purchased. It is staff's recommendation that we introduce a resolution approving the new premise permit. It'll probably take effect late January or February 1st, but it needs to get off to the State Control Board.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, I'll introduce that resolution.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for a new premise permit for Wilmer Elks Lodge number 952. Discussion? Roll call?
Councilmember Anderson.
Aye.
Christensen.
Aye.
Amon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
DeBleek.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
So that passes. Consideration of on-sale, club on-sale 2015 Sunday liquor license renewals. Kevin?
Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, this time of year, we receive the applications for those liquor establishments that want to have Sunday liquor. Sunday liquor is a separate license, $200 fee, and it's by calendar year. Those that have all things in order are listed before you for on sale and the club on sale. And it is staff's recommendation that you approve all of these Sunday liquor license on a roll call vote.
Move to approve.
Second.
Do we have a motion and a second to approve the applications for Sunday on sale liquor? Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Christensen.
Aye.
Amon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
DeBleek.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That passes. Consideration of on-sale 2015 Sunday liquor license renewal.
This is a separate one, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council. It is not on your list that you just approved because the ordinance criteria is that for anybody to have a successful application, the property tax must be paid in full to Candy High County and utilities paid in full to the Wilmer Municipal Utilities. As of this point, we have an application for Candy Entertainment Center where they have not paid their second half tax plus penalty plus special assessments. You will not meet again pursuant to their need for a Sunday liquor. So staff is presenting this to you to approve the on-sale Sunday liquor for the Candy Entertainment Center contingent on showing proof of utilities current, which are current as of today, and tax payment made to the county.
What would we like to do?
Can't do anything, can we?
Yeah, we're going to approve it contingent upon.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
second it.
Okay, motion and a second. To approve the Candy Entertainment Center Sunday liquor contingent upon their bringing their utilities and taxes and penalties up to date. I guess I have a question. What is the time frame? I mean, do they have to do this by December 31? Or what?
Well, December 31, without a calendar in front of me, would be the last Sunday they could sell should they fail to do this. I can't quickly think of the first Sunday in January. Well, it must be the 10th, so it must be the 3rd. They could not open on the 3rd. Or the 10th. You won't be meeting if you choose not to do it on contingency. It would be 2 Sundays that they would fail to have their processes completed by ordinance number 1058 by tonight.
Have you had any discussion with them? I mean, they obviously have to be aware.
We sent them a personal letter directed to the manager, and we believe from that letter the utilities received their payment today. We have not heard any indication, and the county staff will be calling us when the payment is made to the county. So at this point, I'd say that is not done.
Okay.
You have the option of making them wait. It's staff's recommendation that we do not.
So let's be clear. The motion is to approve it contingent upon them bringing their obligations up to date,
By.
December 31.
Okay.
Right.
We would like them to. If they're not, I guess it could be January 2, we'd be open for business. Would be before the next, no, we wouldn't. That'd be a Saturday.
That's a
Huh?
win.
Oh, you got the calendar? Friday, January 2, I guess, would make them ready for the next Sunday.
Okay. Discussion, questions? Is this a roll call?
Because it's alcohol, it is a roll call, sir.
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Amon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
DeBleek.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Christensen.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That passes. Now we can go to the consideration of Civic Center Arena special event on-sale liquor license holder permit.
So Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, quite frequently, probably in the last 6 years, I do not remember, the Wilmer Curling Club has held a curling bonspiel, a 3-day event. This year it is being held January 9, 10, and 11, 2015, with their plans to serve alcohol. In order to do that at our Civic Center, they must find and use a state liquor caterer, And their proposal here is to use the Candy Entertainment Center with the on-site employee listed as Keith Pattison. You do have a recommendation, which I'll first address, from the Chief of Police and subsequently all of staff, that this permit not be approved should the KEC fail to have their liquor responsibilities concluded with the city ordinances. Now, having said that, this is a special license. The state caterer's license is a $200 license paid directly to the state of Minnesota, and we are not in control of that license, and they are in good standing with the state of Minnesota. That is a staff recommendation, not a requirement of this ordinance.
So if I understand that, by state statute, they could be allowed to do that even though they don't have a Sunday liquor license from us, or any liquor license from us for that matter.
That would be correct. Actually, they could have one from any town. Any state liquor caterer could come from Duluth and hold it if they were a licensed holder up there and in good standing with the state of Minnesota. And maybe I should share one other negative.
Let's do it.
The time frame will run out on this event, since it is before your next meeting of January 12th. Should they fail to pay their taxes, fail to keep their responsibilities in accordance with our alcohol ordinances, and then the bond spiel would hurt from that. So we're giving you all the details.
Is the curling club aware of
Their choice?
that issue, that their bond bill could run into a problem?
I do not believe so. We have not made them aware of that. And again, their criteria is to select a state liquor caterer. That's in compliance with our Civic Center ordinance.
In the worst case, if they didn't get things taken care of in a timely manner, could we not have a special called city council meeting to handle
You could.
that one issue?
You could to handle that one issue, yes.
But then it might be a timing issue for the curling club to get someone in there to do it. So again, staff's recommendation is to approve it contingent upon
Compliance with all other liquor ordinances for our city.
Also move.
We have a
Second.
motion. We have a motion and a second to grant this subject to their bringing their debts up to date. Councilmember Nelson?
Just a clarification, the Community Ed and Rec Board approved to bring this forward. So when I'm looking at the dates, I'm just curious why they weren't informed, because they did come before the Community Ed and Rec Board to ask for permission. So it appears from the date of this letter that you had already made this decision. So I'm just curious why they weren't informed.
The decision was made not to inform them because we believe generally they look at it as a well-rounded event for their Civic Center arena and comparing it with past practices.
I'm not opposed to it. I just
No.
think they should have known that there was trouble with Candy Entertainment Center before they came to the Community Ed Rec Board and asked for permission.
In hindsight, that would be better. Again, this is a staff recommendation, and it is not a requirement of the state liquor caterer. So I don't know which way the council would go on this, so it's tough to say they are not a viable option.
Okay. Any other? Just one point. I think it would be advisable to get a hold of the curling club and tell them that they might need to make a quick change.
Mr. Brizendine will communicate that with them tomorrow.
Okay. All right. This is liquor, so this is a roll call.
Councilmember Nelson,
Can I ask for clarification? We're voting to
approve it contingent on their satisfaction of their responsibilities for all of our other
Okay.
liquor ordinances.
Yes.
Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
DeBleek.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Christensen.
Aye.
Amon.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That passes. Consideration of club on-sale liquor license.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, members of the council, just contiguous with the gambling permit, the Elks are going to move their club liquor license from down Litchfield Avenue to 222 Southeast 2nd Street, and it is staff's recommendation to approve that license. Any move like this really starts the process all over, and they need to make complete application, show the state liquor control their layouts, their places of sale, all their safety concerns, and pretty much start all over, although we've not going to refund their prorated share and make them pay another prorated share, because bottom line, it'll be a $300 annual license from the moment they start. So it is staff's recommendation that we approve their club on-sale liquor license to be relocated at 222 Southeast 20th Street. That should happen somewhere, a floating date, but near February 1st.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the club on-sale liquor license, moving the Elks to 222 Southeast 20th Street. Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Johnson.
Aye.
Dockin.
Aye.
Fagerly.
Aye.
Leek.
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Christensen.
Aye.
Amon.
Aye.
Nelson.
Aye.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That passes. New business. I didn't hear any from before. I had one comment under old business, and this is one of those good deal for Wilmer sort of things. I don't know how many of you happened to watch WCCO News, but last Thursday night, they conducted a contest to where the best outdoor Christmas lighting was located. And they selected the Kuzman property, Chad Kuzman, and he's been doing this for a number of years. It's a very, very elaborate lighting setup. Our family was out there on this past Saturday, and it is just very, very busy. And congratulations to them, and I hope that the citizens will go out there, take a look at it, and the funding, or the funds from that, goes to the Salvation Army. So it's a really nice setup, and congratulations again to the Kuzmans. So that's a positive for our city. Any other old business? Councilmember Fagerly.
I just have a question for the police chief. On the liquor license, we have anywhere from 0, but that's because the one just opened up, to 53 calls for service. There's one for 32 and one for 53. Is there a concern with that establishment, or?
You know, that's something that we certainly look at, and we look at the type of calls. There can be things regarding a theft in a parking lot or something not directly related to that, the serving of alcohol, so we try and take that into account too. So that wasn't broken down for the documents, but
Okay.
if there was excessive violence or something there, that would certainly come into play.
But you'll let us know if it gets out of hand? And
Yes, we
Okay.
sure will.
thank you.
Okay, now we move into, it says council committee meeting dates, but can we talk, can staff tell us what the plan is for council meetings in January?
Yes, the reorganizational meeting of the council will be Monday, January 12th, and then due to the Martin Luther King holiday, it is recommended that we set Tuesday, January 20th as the second meeting in January.
Do we need a motion to change? I mean, the first one is
The
by
first one is
charter.
set by charter, and yes, at this point, I think it would be, you could do it on the 12th as well, but if you'd like to go ahead and make the motion this evening, you can certainly do that to set it on the 20th.
I think we should just get
And just a
that
simple
cleaned up.
motion would be fine.
Unless you don't do Mondays when you do the reorganizational meeting.
Let's just get it taken care of.
Okay. It's possible.
I'll move that change.
Okay.
I move
Second.
second. One other question.
Yes.
Comment. Last time we were a little rushed. I wonder if we shouldn't allow ourselves an additional half an hour before the meeting.
5:30?
Well, let's talk about that, because I'm not sure how that's going to work.
I don't either. That's why I brought it up. I just know we were rushed last time.
Yeah, we were.
Well, I think I'd let the city clerk and/or the city attorney explain, I think, how, the process and whether you can have I guess I'll let the city attorney maybe explain that you can have a pre-meeting, but you cannot take action in that because it must be a public meeting.
Mayor, members of the council, obviously, the charter specifies what needs to happen at your organizational meeting every 2 years, and it just states that you have to meet on the first Monday following the first Tuesday. Obviously, it's January 12th. Doesn't specify a time, doesn't specify a place. And at that meeting, obviously, you vote for the mayor pro tem, and you take care of lots of administrative business, setting the official newspaper, things of that nature. You're familiar with it. Obviously, the council's custom and practice in previous years has been to meet ahead of that meeting and discuss some of the items that would be acted on in the organizational meeting itself. The question is, I guess, is there value to that? Does the council want to keep doing that? As you know from 2 years ago, the open meeting law requires that if you do choose to have a pre-meeting, it does have to be open to the public. You're, I guess, free to discuss anything you want so long as it's properly noticed. However, anything you do or talk about or preliminary votes you take, by definition, has to be unofficial because you're going to have 2 members, including your new mayor, who won't have been sworn in yet.
Actually, 4, because the 2 other councilors.
Correct. You'll have 2 also that have been reelected. So you'll have quite a few of you in the meeting who wouldn't have been sworn into your new terms. This is really a matter the council can decide to do what it wants to do. You could certainly, as I think most cities do, simply take care of all the business in the main meeting that the charter requires. You can meet ahead of time. I just hope that everyone understands that in that meeting it is unofficial. There is no official action that can take place. You can discuss, I guess, whatever you want. It has to be open to the public. But as far as, for example, you may discuss the vote for mayor pro tem if you choose to have a pre-meeting in that meeting, but it's really not binding until you take the vote again in the organizational meeting that the charter requires, because you can't take an official action in the pre-meeting. So the reason I want to discuss that is so that everyone understands what you can do, what the parameters are, so that there isn't any confusion about what the meaning of that pre-meeting is versus the charter-required organizational meeting that would typically be held in this room. And I'm happy to answer any questions. If you have questions about what happened 2 years ago, what you want to do this year.
Can I just repeat back what I think? So basically what you're saying is that the meeting of the 12th will essentially be just a reorganizational meeting that we could do right here at 7 o'clock? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. The charter doesn't specify a time. It doesn't specify a location. You can have that meeting at any point. It just has to be on Monday the 12th under the charter. And that's when you have to do your administrative, organize yourselves, pick a mayor pro tem, some of the more clerical things that you do at the start of the year.
And new council members and those that are reelected will be sworn in.
And they'll be sworn in, correct.
They would be sworn in before.
It's a formal meeting. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
At the start of the meeting, the re-elected and new council members and mayor will be sworn into their terms.
All right. Councilmember Almond, did that answer your question?
Longer discussion than I wanted on it, but that's fine.
Okay.
If
So that's what-
just
but
don't
you know
have enough
what?
time, then that's fine.
And I shouldn't have allowed that discussion, because we did have a motion and a second on the floor to change the second council meeting in January from the 19th to the 20th, and we really should get that cleared up, and then we can come back to this if we need to. So it was a motion and a second to change that meeting from the 19th to the 20th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. All right. So back to our meeting on the 12th. It'll be 7 o'clock, regular time. And then we discuss it right here. Councilmember Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. So we won't have any committee meetings, there'll be no minutes at that meeting, it's strictly going to be swearing in and organizational meeting, basically?
That is our attempt, is to clean it off from all those, although there's hardly any meetings coming up this next week anyway. It'll work out. The State of the City address from the mayor-elect will be scheduled for January 20th also. And so the main items will be setting the committees, the Mayor Pro Tem, the legal meeting time and dates, the legal paper, and the responsible authority. Those initial resolutions are always tackled on that first biennial organizational meeting. With that being held, your concern about having enough time should be appeased by having just those items on.
The only thing I would add to that is it will be a regular city council meeting, so if there were other business, we don't anticipate this, if there were something that needed to be addressed, be it a liquor license or something like that, you could, again, those could be placed on the agenda to act on, but we don't anticipate that.
So looking at committee meetings, can I safely say there will be no committee meetings between now and January 12th or 13th or something? I don't know if we're going to have meetings.
There are none scheduled at this
I mean, is that a true statement that there's no?
Yes, there are none scheduled at this time.
Okay, so we don't need to go through that. Is there anything else to come before the council? If not, I'm going to call on Councilmember DeBleek.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. This being my last council meeting, I would like to make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. We are adjourned.